purpose of making a bot in the first place. You could simply sell the shit for an existing Tesla product, and it would have the same value or greater than a piece of shit.
We're talking about, you know, in Optimus, like the economic value of Optimus, the Tesla company is in, you know, trillions, 10 trillion plus, and to the world is transformational, right? But that's not the debate. The debate is, can it get to 1 billion? That's the question is, can it get to 1 billion first before robotaxis, which is material to the current valuation of the company? And I think the answer to that does not require 99% of the things that you're saying, even though I agree with you on all of those things. For people to pay for it, it's going to have to do some useful things. For it to become mainstream, it's going to have more accuracy than 90%, 95%, even 99%. It's not going to kick this person, that person, nuts and all that. I agree with everything you're saying. But the definition of minimum viable product for Optimus to get to 1 billion profits is way lower than where you're setting standard. But for robotaxis, it's way higher than any of us know.
Someone just tweeted, Omar, I will do your dishes for $20,000.
There you go. So right now, way more than 1% of people voted for yes, that they would pay $20,000 for Elon's ship. And I think that only goes to prove that Machine and I are right here.
Well, I don't think so, because if they would pay for Elon's shit, then they would pay for a car, they would pay for FSD, they would pay for an accessory.
And they have.
That doesn't have anything to do with the success or failure of the bot.
They have. We sold 6 million cars. But some of the people who would have paid $20,000 for Elon's shit did buy those products they would have bought. And the same people would pay $20,000 or more for Optimus. They don't care about what the product does. They just want to support Elon.
I totally disagree with that. I think the number of people who care about supporting Elon is minuscule compared to the number of people who see economic value in the products and are buying them because they like it.
I agree. But that doesn't have to be true for me to be wrong.
You know, I think Omar's pretty, you know, steadfast in his point of view. I'm wondering what will be the tipping point for him to change his mind. One thing might be...
Yeah, that was my next question. Actually, just don't give him any, just do like, I don't want to, let's hear what he has to say. Ask an open question. What needs to change, Omar, for you to say, you know what, Optimus will get the $1 billion in profits first before robotaxis?
Well, Optimus would have to come out, be on sale, and I would have to see it. Again, I keep coming back to driverless cars are real. I've driven in driverless cars for years. I use FSD every day, and it performs zero intervention drives. So this is real. I can touch it. I can feel it. The robot, you know, they haven't even figured out how to make it fold a shirt in a lab, let alone release a product I can buy. I can't believe that I even have to argue about the fact that clearly robotaxis are way further along in progress than humanoid robots. It's like saying, hey, who do you think is going to make $100 faster?
That's another
Joe
straw
Biden
man.
Or Barney the dinosaur?
Let me just check in with Machine just to prove that's a straw man. Machine, do you think Optimus is further along today than where Tesla vision-only robotaxi potential is?
I think Optimus is further along to the path of 1 billion in profit. You may argue technically the technical details of FSD or superior, that's totally legitimate, but it's further along to the path of 1 billion. And in fact, you mentioned the threshold would be when it goes on sale. When this thing goes on sale, it will sell online the first day.
First hour.
20,000, 100,000 people are going to put down $1,000 for this thing.
Millions.
That will be over.
Millions.
The first day.
Exactly. The first hour is going to be over.
The fact is, 2023, Tesla made $3 billion from the development of FSD. They made $0 from Optimus because they're still perfecting the hardware.
They made $0 from Tesla Robotaxis.
Yeah, but again, now you're kind of redefining it. You're saying, okay, well, it has to be unsupervised, but then for the robot, it has to be, just the minimum viable product.
Well, that's the thing. What's the minimum viable product for Robotaxi is the main question, really, between you two. He's saying it needs to be perfect. Robotaxis have to handle all edge cases. Can't make a mistake because if it makes a mistake, someone dies. Whereas Optimus, even though potential consequences are high, it's not like if you make a mistake and you kind of like blink wrong, someone dies because you're not 2 tons. Machine.
I think Omar is gonna be steadfast, and then one day he's gonna come home after a long day of podcasting, talking in spaces, and he's gonna sit down on the couch at his parents' home, and he's gonna see like some new prism on the table, coffee table, with a brown spot in it. And he's say, "Hey, Dad, what is this?" And he's say, "That's Elon's poop." And that's the moment Omar's gonna realize that he lost the bet.
Yeah, maybe. Pedro?
Yeah, I think that Optimus will provide $1 billion in value before it's sold to consumers in their factories. And I think that by the...
No, we're excluding that, Pedro. We're excluding that. And here's why I don't bring just everybody speakers, because they're not paying attention to things. We're excluding factory savings. Just like we're excluding FSD revenues as ADAS. Only robotaxis versus Optimus sold to third parties, or leased.
The reason that people are bearish on FSD making $1 billion is because it's made so much progress that they're actually seeing it already. They're already using it, so they understand the complexity. Meanwhile, for the robot, you've never seen it. You've never used it. You've only seen these curated videos of someone teleoperating the robot, and you go, oh my god, it looks so good. This is like seeing a video of someone manually driving a car and going, oh my god, robotaxis have been solved. The guy's manually driving a car. So, again, I think it's going to be huge. I agree with you guys. It's going to be huge. They're going to sell out a ton of them when it's ready. But when is that going to be? Is it going to be later this year? I doubt it. Is it going to be next year? Maybe. I hope so. But I could quite easily see it not being next year either. Meanwhile, I'm taking more and more driverless rides, more and more zero intervention rides every day. And you're like, oh, people are going to die. Nobody's dying. Not one person has died with FSD beta. Not one person has died from Waymo. Even Cruise didn't kill anybody. So it's already happening. Robots are nowhere to be seen yet. I agree, it's going to be huge. But let's not get overexcited and then get disappointed. Let's recognize that this is one of the most challenging software tasks ever. As if robotaxis weren't hard enough, this is even harder than robotaxis. This is doing a number of tasks